People, it is time to give my top 10 NFL wide receivers going into the 2022 NFL season. Now, before I hop into all of this, I just want to let you guys know this is not a list giving you my top 10 NFL wide receivers of the 2021 NFL season. This is just my top 10 wide receivers, period, of their skill set. While I'm weighing heavily what they did in 2021, that's not the only thing I'm weighing. I'm weighing what they've done in the past. Like I said, their skill set. I'm weighing in all things, everybody. So don't get mad if I don't put Jamarr Chase number 3 or number 1, because this is not going based off of the 2021 NFL season. Yes, I'm taking 2021 into mega consideration, but that doesn't mean this is just what this list is about. But before I also get into that, I want to make sure you subscribe to the Ultimate Sports TV for more NBA and NFL content. Also want to make sure you please like this video for me, share this video and YouTube channel, then comment down below your top 10 NFL wide receivers going into the 2022 NFL season, everyone. But now let's hop into this. Let's start at number 10. So at 10, I have Mike Evans, who had 74 receptions in 2021, 1,035 reception yards, and 14 touchdowns. At number 9, I have DK Metcalf. In 2021, he had 75 receptions, 967 reception yards, and 12 reception touchdowns. At number 8, I have Deebo Samuel. He had 77 receptions in 2021, 1,405 reception yards, and 6 reception touchdowns. At number 7, I had Jamarr Chase. He had 81 receptions in his phenomenal rookie year in 2021, 1,455 reception yards, and 13 reception touchdowns. At number 6, I have DeAndre Hopkins, who had 42 receptions, 572 yards, and 8 touchdowns in just 10 games. But look, I will show you guys a good stat about how efficient DeAndre Hopkins was when he was on the field, although he had an injury-shortened season in 2021. At number 5, I have Stefon Diggs, who in 2021 had 103 catches, 1,225 receiving yards, and 10 receiving touchdowns. At number 4, I have Tyreek. He had 111 catches, 1,239 reception yards, and 9 reception touchdowns. At number 3, I have Justin Jefferson. He had 108 catches, 1,616 reception yards, and 10 reception touchdowns. At number 2, I have Kupp, the Triple Crown winner in 2021. He had 1,947 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 145 catches. And ladies and gentlemen, the best wide receiver going into the 2022 NFL season is Davante Adams. He had 123 catches in 2021, 1,553 yards, and 11 reception touchdowns. But now let's explain the picks. So first, let's get into the honorable mentions. First, I gotta give it up to Chris Godwin, AJ Brown, Terry McLaurin, but I really want to talk about Keenan Allen because he almost made the top 10 here. It was between him and Mike Evans. I ended up choosing Mike Evans, and here's why Mike Evans broke the tie. I said, okay, both are good route runners. Keenan Allen obviously better, but here's what broke the tie. Mike Evans is a better vertical threat, and he's a better scorer than Keenan Allen. They're actually pretty simple aspects of their games, and Mike Evans is probably a better possession receiver. Mike Evans has also never not had an 1,000-yard season, and in the past 3 years among receivers, he has the most receiving touchdowns. Keenan Allen is a route run specialist who really works intermediate in that part of the field, in the middle of the field. That's where Keenan Allen works. Mike Evans can do a little bit of both, so that's what really broke the tie for me there. But I really wanted Keenan Allen to get in, but I just don't think so. But when we're moving more into the top 10, I really want to point out my first thing here, and I know people might be mad that Jamarr Chase is not in the top 5. Well, if we were just strictly talking 2021, he would be there. But I have to respect what guys like D-Hop and Stefon Diggs, Kupp, Davante Adams, and Justin Jefferson have done the last few years. While Jamarr Chase had an incredible rookie year, I don't think he's reached his ceiling yet, and I just have to respect what these guys, the good things that they have done for a while now. We can't forget that Stefon Diggs is just a year removed from leading the league in receiving yards. DeAndre Hopkins is just a year removed from having a 1,400 yard season. And then for Stefon Diggs, he had a 1,200 yard season this year. We already know the deal with Cooper Kupp, Davante Adams, and Justin Jefferson. That's just what it meant to me. I mean, you didn't see people putting Justin Jefferson in the top 3 after he had a really good rookie year. I mean, he was in the top 10, but you get the message there. But for Jamarr Chase, he is in the top 10. He is a top 10 caliber wide receiver with his speed, his explosiveness, his route running, his yards after contact. He's elite in all those areas, and that's what I love about Jamarr Chase. And he really did elevate the Bengals offense this year. Some of the best elevating I've seen in a while. So that's my case on Jamarr Chase. When it comes to Davante Adams, I just didn't see an argument. I know Cooper Kupp had his Triple Crown year, but I just think Davante Adams has just been elite for consecutive years now, really the last 4 years. And then look, he's just complete. Other than not having Tyreek Hill's speed, he's still a really good deep threat. But anything you can name about Davante Adams, he's just good at. Anything you want in a wide receiver, Davante Adams has. And then for Cooper Kupp, we know he had a historic year. That's why he's in the top 3. That's why he is number 2. We know he's had 1,000-yard seasons before. He's a good route runner. His footwork is really, really fluid. He's great at getting yards after the catch. He's a clutch receiver, and he's got good hands. So he's in the top 2. And then Justin Jefferson is a guy I want to look at because the Vikings the past 2 years, and Justin Jefferson's first 2 years, are the 8th most run-heavy offense in the league. Yet, in Justin Jefferson's rookie year, he still had 1,400 plus yards. And then he got better this year with 1,600 plus yards and 10 touchdowns in a run-heavy offense. That's so significant, and it just shows you how explosive and how he just makes so many splash plays down the field and has actually made Kirk Cousins a better quarterback. Now, when it comes to Tyreek Hill, his stats the last 2 years haven't really totaled out the way Cooper Kupp's or Davante Adams's have, or Justin Jefferson. But look, he's still elite. He's still been putting up elite numbers. He's had 1,200 plus yards the last 2 years. And look, his speed obviously is what kills on the field, makes plays for himself, but he also makes plays for his teammates, just being a decoy. We saw that happen in Kansas City, and I expect it to happen down there in Miami. But one thing I want to point out about Tyreek Hill is this. Every year, GMs, these teams, they try and draft the next Tyreek Hill because, oh, this guy has insane speed. But we have to realize Tyreek Hill is just one of a kind because it's not just his speed that makes his abilities up. Like, he's super fast. He's the fastest player in the league, but he still has other insane abilities like his body control, his route running, his ball skills, and he's still good at winning contested catches at his height, knowing that he's got an impressive catch radius. So look, when we take a look at Tyreek Hill, it's not just the speed that makes him up. It's a lot of other factors. That's why it's just impossible to draft the next Tyreek Hill, just because he's one of a kind. When we're looking at Stefon Diggs at number 5, the dude is a top 5 route runner in the league. The dude makes Josh Allen an extremely better quarterback. And let's not forget, he's just 1 year removed from leading the league in receiving yards. So that's the deal there with Stefon Diggs. To me, he's hands down top 5. And even when you're comparing him and D-Hop, I know D-Hop was hurt in 2021, but the past 3 years, in terms of yards, maybe even touchdowns, Stefon Diggs, his numbers total out to be more than DeAndre Hopkins. And I know Hops was hurt this year, but it just is what it is. That's just what the narrative is right now. That's what the stat sheet shows. But to me, Stefon Diggs is a top 5 wide receiver. Now, when we're talking about DeAndre Hopkins at number 6, yes, he was hurt in 2021, had 572 yards, 8 touchdowns in 10 games. But look, when he was on the field, he was still incredibly efficient. He was second among wide receivers in percentage of his catches being either a touchdown or a first down. 54% of his catches or targets were turned into a touchdown or a first down. That just shows how efficient he was, and that's higher than any other wide receiver on this list. The only dude in front of him was Adam Thielen in 2021. So look, he was still incredibly efficient. We know he's just a year removed from, in 2020, having over 1,400 yards, and we still know how valuable he is to Kyler Murray's development, everyone. We're looking at Deebo Samuel. He is a guy that I almost put in front of Jamarr Chase. I was battling between 7 and 8 for him and Jamarr Chase. I just think Jamarr Chase is a better deep threat than Deebo Samuel. Not to say that Deebo is not a good deep threat, because he is. I just think Jamarr Chase is better. We know Deebo is versatile. I just think Jamarr Chase is the more explosive wide receiver in terms of deep balls. They're both good at yards after contact, and Jamarr Chase is a little better at getting touchdowns through the air. But when we are looking at Deebo Samuel, he's incredibly versatile. He's very hard to take down. He's an impressive route runner too. And then at DK Metcalf at number 9, look, he didn't have 1,000 yards in 2021. He was 33 yards short, but he's still a good receiver. Like, he's just a year removed from having 1,300 yards in 2020, everyone. So that's really impressive. Like I said, I'm not just taking 2021 into consideration. This is a guy with his speed, with his stature, with him being just hard to take down. He's incredibly skilled, and he still got good production. And look, he had over 10 touchdowns. He's still a good scoring and red zone threat. That's what I love about DK Metcalf. But these are my top 10 NFL wide receivers going into 2022. Tell me what you think about it down in the comment section below. Other than that, this has been Malik Hicks, aka the Ranker of the Ultimate Sports TV, signing off. Peace out, and I'll see you on the other side.